Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the W2 Report. This is our end of the year spectacular. 90 minutes of gaming news alongside with our top 5 games of the year. To explain the ground rules, let's go turn it over to our co-host, Lord Crack a Squirrel.
Rule number 1, don't be a dick. Rule number 2, if you have questions, please refer rule number 1.
And I believe today's meme has been generously provided by Squirrel's wife. And let's see what it is. Well, we tried to drive it, but it wouldn't start.
This is Squirrel.
Yeah.
Even if she is more of a meerkat.
Yeah. So, we have 4 news stories to go over that we missed in 2022. And we also have our top 5, which will be at the end of the live stream. So, little shot and chaser type action for you. Let's see here. We have 4 news stories, and today's stories are the Japanese Romani adventure taking down a user guide so they can sell their own, and the Callisto Protocol serial refusal, and also we have Titanfall, Death of a Franchise, and we also want to talk about a metaverse called Ruler of the Sea. All right, Squirrel, which one do you want to start out with first?
Whichever one you're up for.
All right. Let's start with the Callisto Protocol since that is the most recent. So what happened was the Callisto Protocol, the Japanese at Serio wanted the Callisto Protocol to be censored. Typically, that's the kind of stuff that happens with American audiences in the ESRB. But
the EU and their PEGI system as well. But in this particular case, we got the Japanese doing that for I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Usually they don't shy away from much of anything. Or the Chinese, which the Japanese tend not to have a whole lot of truck with anyway.
Right.
Which is actually going on here? We don't actually know. But I will say it was damn peculiar. And A and B, whilst I have not played this game, I have been told it is absolute shit.
Oh.
I have been told repeatedly by people I respect, by people in this area that I respect. Many of them I respect quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Bad game. No biscuits. There are an insufficient number of biscuits to make this even work.
Right. And believe it or not, the developers' response to all of this was, Serio, fuck right off.
Yeah. Again, I keep hearing the game was shit.
Oh boy. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, some people were saying it actually had to do with a potential ESG score issue. I don't think that. I'm not aware. I cannot corroborate that. I've been looking into it, and I don't think that's actually the case, but it may be. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% clear, or I'm not 100% certain on that. So take that for what it is.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty then. That's one story down. Squirrel.
And you want this to run an hour and a half? How the hell is that gonna work?
I said less than an hour and a half. I said less than an hour and a half, Squirrel.
Ooh. I don't think we're gonna make an hour at this rate.
All right.
Okay,
that's okay though. Yeah, because we can do other things. So let's start your 2 topics with Ruler of the Sea.
Again, you're talking about a metaverse creature, not unlike Earth 2. And we all know, and I think everybody around here should know what I think of Earth 2 by now.
Yeah.
Not like it's hard.
And if memory jogs my noggin, and I don't think it is at this particular juncture, we have the Ruler of the Sea was basically a you own a tiny island in a vast ocean, and you have to sail from island to island.
Yeah, that's the way that's the way I heard it. But you have to buy the island, and then you have to do all of the other shit, and not worth it
No.
in any way, shape, or form.
No, and believe it or not, there is um there is some value in Earth 2. Granted, it is comedic value. This is just plain sad.
And I'm kind of wondering what you're talking about by value in Earth 2, because I have not met this value at all ever.
I said comedic value.
Oh, you're talking about the comedy part. Yeah, no, it's not even comedy at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Eat retard. Yeah, I'm not going to say that word. I want to say that word. I want to say that word a lot. But unfortunately, this is Jaboob, and I'm not allowed to.
Well, I don't think I can get away with that. I don't think we can get away with half of the stuff we got away with in 2022 on Twitch either.
Yeah, I don't know about Twitch. I haven't been on Twitch in for fracking ever.
Yeah. Speaking of, why don't we get our fifth best game out of the way first?
Oh, we could do that. I don't remember what all the why there was such a huge hubbub over the game, aside from the fact that it's garbage.
Right.
And yeah, I'm talking and yes, I'm talking about the thing we were trying to cover.
Of course. Okay. Now, before the live stream today, we had a chance to lay down some ground rules in regards to the W2 reports 5 best games of 2022. Now, the rules are very, very simple. You find a game, we count down our 5 best games that we played in 2022, regardless of release date. So, with that out of the way, my 5th best game of 2022 happens to be Castlevania Advance Collection.
Yes. Off you go. Sorry about that, folks. I have young children. You're going to have to forgive them every once in a rare while.
Yeah. Castlevania Advance Collection happens to contain 3 of the Game Boy Advance games of Castlevania, but the difference between them as individual games and this collection is they were basically touched up with actual respect to the source material. This collection also contains a re-release of Castlevania Dracula X, which is the worst Castlevania in the Super Nintendo series. My opinion, you could, and your mileage may vary. But I will say that Castlevania Advance Collection is one that I come back to every October around then on my channel, and I have absolute love for the 3 games that make up this collection. They are Castlevania Circle of the Moon, Castlevania Area of Sorrow, and Castlevania... Oh, crud. I forgot the last one.
Sorrow.
Yeah. And I forgot the last game in the collection.
You should remember this, dude.
Yes, I should. I should, but we're YouTube professionals here. All right, Squirrel.
We are professionals. Mind
All
you,
right.
That's my joke.
Yeah. Okay, Squirrel, your fifth best game of 2022. Go.
You remember that list you remember that list I sent you?
Yes, I do.
Well, most of it's getting thrown out. Think I'm going to tell you. All right, because that could lead to you making assumptions about what I'm gonna put up on Wednesday. For the Snark Patrol's best and worst.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm going to go with Wing Commander 2.
Ooh.
We played that one as part of a Patreon stream, which we had a load of fun with.
Yes.
That was actually very enjoyable. That
Thank
game,
you, Reiko.
however, is super ancient. It's been around since I was a lad.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yes, was a while ago.
Yeah.
That was before I turned. That was the early 1990s, because of course it was.
All right.
Anyway, for that game, you are a now disgraced pilot, following on from the first Wing Commander game. Woohoo!
Yeah.
And you get to go on missions and try not to get your ass shot off, which should be fun. And if you do it right, you get to end the war. So yeah, that's a thing.
All right.
Let's have something a little more meaty this time, shall we? I'm pretty sure we can come up with we can do better than 15 or 30 seconds.
Right. Of course we can.
For any one story.
Yeah.
Right now, it looks like we're trying to kind of like fly through for whatever reason.
All right. Why don't we talk about Titanfall?
Okay. Erratic Farts put this out, and a sequel out. And then somehow managed to come up with some major security problems. We still don't know how or why they managed that. We still don't know how or why we managed that. We know that they did. We know that Erratic Farts was doing it wrong.
Oh yes, of
Whatever
course.
the hell it was, they did this very, very wrongly.
Of course, because why? It's EA. It's Unicron Arts.
Yeah, no, it's electronic. It's Erratic Farts. We already know that.
Mm-hmm.
We know how that works.
Yeah.
It's Erratic Farts. It's Erratic Farts. Yes, not only did I rename the place that calls themselves EA, but I also assumed it's non-gender.
Oh boy, we're gonna get off YouTube for that.
Yeah, no, Android Wilson has his own issues.
Well, anyway, an excellent expose was done by a friend of the channel, Upper Echelon, on this particular topic. If you want to get deeper into what we're saying, why we're saying what we're saying, yeah, go watch his video. I'll link it in the pinned comment.
What pinned comment? I have yet to see a pinned comment, especially from you.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Yeah, but when's that begs the question of when's the last time? For you, it's always in the last place I look.
Right.
Which is rare.
So basically, what had happened was, what happened is that one guy is responsible for the hacking of the whole entire franchise.
And then he told his friends.
Yeah, of course he did. Of course he did, because he can't keep his mouth shut.
Of course not.
And all of a sudden, all the games like Apex Legends, for example, that's Titanfall, and Apex Legends got hacked.
Right. No, all the other games were based on that engine. Oops.
Oopsie. And we have
Damascus Extremicus.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
go. All right. We built up this far. Let's go with our number 4 game of the year. And Squirrel, you started off this time.
Do we have no more information on that story? Come on, there's got to be something.
Well, without me digging into on my own, I don't know. I'm a little surprised that we've talked this long on it. Okay, our number 4 game of the year.
Are you going to tell them?
Well, I figured you'd start first this time.
No. Begin as you mean to go on.
Okay. Our number 4 game of the year is The Outer Worlds. This Oblivion masterpiece happens to coincide with the time that Fallout New Vegas 2 was rumored to be a thing, and turned out it wasn't.
No, because it was The Outer Worlds.
Yeah. And this masterpiece contains what is known as Fallout in space, without the classic music to go along with it. But I will say this, though. The Outer Worlds is available on Steam. And I will say that this is an experience best enjoyed on PC.
With a keyboard and mouse.
With a keyboard and mouse.
Seriously, people, use a proper computer.
Of course. All right, your number 4, Squirrel.
I'll see your Outer Worlds, which I was not nearly as impressed with as you were, apparently, and raise you the Outer Wilds.
Ooh,
which is a really fun exploration game. You've got a nice star system about 30 kilometers across, and the story tells itself in 22-minute increments. Yes, wow. That's right, folks. You're in a time loop. However, you can end the time loop, and if you don't manage to make it in time, you're toast. You can actually that's actually a bad result. Once you do a certain thing, there are no more. There will be no more loops. But you can blow through 30, 40, 50 hours trying to find all of the things for all of the story. So that was fun. I enjoyed it, but the only real criticism I have of it is that once you've seen everything, there's no reason to play it again.
Right. Speaking of things that shouldn't be played again, we had a developer in 2022 kind of filing a DMCA strike with Steam over a user guide that, shall we say, was very inconvenient for this developer. Of course, the game I'm talking about.
Can't tell their own walkthrough if there's already one on the Steam for free.
And the game I'm
told that walkthrough got reposted someplace else completely, but I have not. But I have not been able to find it. Not that I don't think I even had that game. Do I? Which game was that?
The game in question happens to be Japanese Romanai Adventure.
No, it's Romaji.
Romaji. Okay.
What? Dude, Sanji. Just. Actually, I have no idea where you got that pronunciation.
Yeah, I was going off memory.
It's not Jumanji. Actually, read the words.
Well, I don't have the Steam store. I don't have the Steam storefront page in front of me yet.
Well, you know what? You got the dick sword. You actually put that. You actually put the proper work right there.
Romaji. I spelt it wrong. And of course,
R-O-M-A-G-A-J-I, Romaji.
Okay. I put it in where a J should be.
I thought I taught you how to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe I was wrong. Either that or you just can't be taught. And I know you can. So I know I've done this. All I have to do is thump you on the nose frequently enough. And you'll pick up just about anything.
Right.
Yeah, actually, DMC strikes on things like walkthroughs. That's just kind of that's really fracking lame. I understand that you want to make money, devs, but can we not do that?
And I believe this was on the back burner during the episode "Angels We Have Heard on High Horses." So if you watched about a year ago, you will see that episode of the W2 report, and we talked about this developer who issued threats to certain users over the fact that he took down this guide. And what really set off us in regards to this and why we haven't covered it is because this guide writer, the one who got struck, he went to the Sentinels of the store and told them all about it with receipts.
Ooh, receipts. We like receipts. They're fun.
So sometimes they are fun. So what we have here is a case of he said, but there's more evidence to the first guy. So, with that out of the way, let's cover our last story of the day. Actually, we hit all of our stories, I believe.
She did.
Okay. So, let's finish our.
Stories.
Yeah, we need more news stories. Tag us at W2 Report on Twitter for if you have a news story for us. All right, number 3 on our little countdown. I see your Outer Wilds, Squirrel, and I raise you Elite Dangerous as number 3. This little space exploration game is a lot of fun on multiplayer, And whether you use keyboard and mouse or a controller, it's like Othello in a sense. Real simple to pick up, but it's harder to master. And right now I sunk about 100 hours into the game, and I thoroughly enjoyed every hour that I played on it.
Hold on a second. You're a puss. I've got 871.3, and I haven't touched it in months.
Of course I'm a puss. All right, Squirrel.
No, puss. There's a difference.
All right, Squirrel, you're number 3.
Give me just a second here. I think I'm going to go with Steins Gate Elite. The original Steins Gate was remade and like completely animated this time, so that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the Science Adventure series, it's a set of visual novels, which typically have been all kinds of fun. Some weird shit though,
right?
Especially Steins Gate and Chaos and Chaos Head / Chaos Child.
Mm-hmm.
Then actually, you're going to hear at least one of those, or you're going to hear at least one of those later.
Right.
Mind you, I've used a couple of these games to creep everybody out on live streams.
Of course.
It works, but there will be another live stream on Wednesday Cycle over on my channel. You should go see it.
All right. My second best game is Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. If you're familiar with the PlayStation 1 classic, you should know about the story already. But what makes this elevated is that they actually found the source code, because it was rumored to be lost by Square Enix back in 2002, and it was recently rediscovered that the source code did exist, and they retouched. Yeah, and they retouched everything about the game. I love the new graphics that Final Fantasy VIII Remastered is put on offer in this game, and because I have the PlayStation 4 version, some of the cheats from the PC versions of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered managed to make its way to PS4. Overall, some of, not all. Overall, this is a good experience if you are interested in the classic Final Fantasy series, and I would recommend this alongside Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster as the shall we say, the best that Squaresoft had to offer before they folded into Square Enix. All right, Squirrel, you're number 2.
First off, we're gonna go with we were not huge fans of Final Fantasy VIII. It hasn't actually gotten any better.
Ooh.
Final Fantasy VIII was, in my opinion, at least, hot garbage. The story is all over the place just to begin with. You know, you go through 4, 5, 6 layers of who the fuck is the villain this time. You get Squall gets his girlfriend all built up,
Mm-hmm.
and then out of nowhere, she's gone for the last about third of the game. What's up with that shit? Okay, this isn't like Aerith who dies at the end of disc 1. Okay, you have to
Right.
deal with 3 discs.
4.
3 discs worth of having this girl around, getting her all built up, and then she takes her fucking GFs with her. The fuck.
Yeah.
Her GFs, her gear, all of it just goes right along with her. And you got and that would have been kind of useful to have. Seriously, people, use that shit. Oh, and don't get me started about the CD test at the front end. The whole that whole organization is seedy.
Of course it is. All right, you're number 2, Squirrel.
Let me think for a second here. I'm gonna go with Chaos Head Noah. Actually,
wow.
Another visual novel straight out of the science adventure series. They've done some really good work this year.
Yeah.
I told you were going to see another one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, you did warn us.
Just a moment, please.
All right, while Squirrel is doing whatever it is we are talking about, let's talk about my top game of the year. Gran Turismo 7. Believe it or not, it was released back in 2021. And I acquired it on March of this year, and I have been playing every so often on stream with it for the longest time, ever since then. So, yeah, Gran Turismo 7 is a racing game, but it's one of those games that has some sort of polish to it. And I respect polish more than anything else in a game. So its mechanics are dated, granted, but the game itself is one of the best enjoyable games that I've ever played this year. And I will give an honorable mention this year to Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. But the only reason why it didn't even qualify on the list is because I never played it on stream. So, if Squirrel is back right now, and doesn't look like he is.
You'd be amazed at how quick I can get short people to run away.
Of course.
So I suppose you want my pick for a game that I played this year. That I have played this year.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. I actually replayed it here not too terribly long ago.
Oh, wow. This is your top game of the year.
Well, that's the top game of the year that I've played.
Right.
Not necessarily the top game of the year has been on my channel. Ha.
Of course. So,
it is actually the last in a sequence, starting with 9 persons, 9 hours, 9 doors, going on to the nonary game that they did in what the hell was it? Virtue's Last Reward.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Took me a second to remember it. Zero Time Dilemma answers the questions of what happens in between those two games.
Mm.
And you've got returning characters from points A and B, or A and C, a couple of new ones, a bot, all the fun shit.
Yeah.
But the overwhelming majority of it is decisions and story. You do have some rather fiendish puzzle rooms in that game, but not all of them are. But not all of the puzzles. Not every time you switch back and forth between critters do you actually have a puzzle. Not every time, just most of them.
Right.
I enjoy the puzzles.
It's Harmony of Dissonance. Dissonance.
What?
That's the other one. That was the other one on my fifth best game.
Let's see. Do I have anything for an honorable mention played this year? I'm gonna go with Trails of Cold Steel 4 because sure, why not?
Yeah. It looks like little people are restless, and so are we. So with that out of the way, Squirrel, I'd like to thank you for another successful year of the W2 Report, and I hope 2023 brings us the same results as it did last year.
Actually, you shouldn't. You should hope for better.
Right. Of course I mean better.
No, you didn't. You meant what you said. Said what you meant. An elephant faithful 900%.
Yeah. But with that out of the way, I have been Sanji Yamura. Thank you for watching the W2 Report in the year 2022. And while we will take next week off, I hope we will see you again in 2023. So, with that out of the way, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
watching.